The state passes 800,000 total cases and 17,000 total deaths over the course of the pandemic.
Those totals come as the state reports 5,584 new cases today and 45 more deaths.
Many of those new cases are happening in a hot spot that may surprise some folks.
Right now, St. Clair County is #1 in the state in new cases per capita, and county officials are being very frank about the reasons.
Sean Lay live with a closer look here. Sean, the experts that you've been talking with say human behavior is the big factor here.
All through the thumb. What's happening in the thumb area is extremely eye-opening. We've been looking into it. COVID spreading so quickly in St. Clair County. We learned tonight the National Guard is being called in to get vaccine out into the county to young people.
This is about personal responsibility, okay? If you don't want to pay attention to the experts, then be responsible for your own health, and more importantly, realize that what you do is impacting people around you.
St. Clair County leading the state in new COVID cases per capita. Dr. Annette Mercantan is the county health director.
So we have this, highly contagious form of the virus that lands in this fertile soil of the thumb where people don't wear masks and they don't abide by social distancing rules.
And they're fighting a multi-front battle. Justin Westmiller is the emergency management director for St. Clair County. Today, a walk-in clinic. But the state isn't sending enough vaccine, while demand in some other areas is falling.
This COVID-19 response has been so very political that I think there's a lot of things contributing to people either just not interested in getting the vaccine yet or not interested in getting it at all.
We spend every day arguing with people who don't want quarantine, or they don't want to test, or they don't want to even answer our calls if we're trying to find, where they've been or who may have been exposed.
And now the virus is being spread to healthcare workers, which means they are not at work as hospitals fill up.
I'm not hearing a lot of people saying that the virus is a hoax anymore. What I am still struggling with is people saying that they don't need to do anything about it. We're smart people, so I just think we have to somehow decide that we're going to beat this. We have to stop fighting each other and fight the virus.
And part of that fight is the county asking for National Guard help. National Guard will start there Monday, taking vaccine out to schools. Their target will be 16 to 18 years old. Guys, get this, 31% of the county is vaccinated. The doctor you just heard from does not think they're going to get to that 50% mark. There's one piece of good news here. 50% of over 65 people in the county have gotten their shots. Back to you guys.